Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. I'm the one, only fuck with G's. My niggas in the island, niggas in the lane. Count your blessings, nigga, not the RIPs. Got niggas locked up and niggas in the grave. But right before they left, man, they told me, go all the way up to the lab and crush a niggas beats. Back to the lab and crush a niggas beats. Back to the lab and crush a niggas beats. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. All the way up. Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. For them niggas that chatting, don't get too reckless. Hitters come at your neck, they want no. You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator.
It's with your friends and your family. Cause we took all your money, you broke. Now when she said that, I couldn't argue with her because she could have gave me 4 years in jail or something like that. But in the back of my mind, I really was saying, bitch, you must not know me. Go! I'm beyond sound, yeah, I got a few rings and I'm all the way up. And you can stay up. And if you ask anybody where I live, they point to the hills and say, motherfucking again. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. Put 'em up, 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 and they say that. Yeah, and they say that. Yeah, and they say that. All I do is win, 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 win. I love you, tacos and tequilas. Make noise.
What's the deal, y'all?
What's good?
What up, though?
It's your girl, the Caribbean Chocolate, Jocelyn Navarro.
Good. It's the one that gets all out.
Now somebody hit my music.
I'm contemplating and chasing, handling biz right now. We never waiting and patient, jumping at the crib right now. Put up my label, we make it staying legit right now. Could call the doctor, we operating, they sick and sit right.
Yes. You already know it's better sound. My voice is Rich Bolton 6'9", JT back in this piece once again. And I am joined by, what? 2/3? 1/3? 2/4? Some may call him Suge Knight. I may call him Dallas Cash, who just came off a hot interview with Mr. Unlikely himself. What's going on, Dallas?
Grandma pleading, please put the triple beam up. Please, Wes, I'ma bring it back. You need a teaser. Sting versus Flair. How dare you try to be us?
Give it to him real quick, man. Give it to him. And we ain't come along. No, we didn't. Some people say you got to acknowledge this person. I said you got to acknowledge the dynasty, period.
Only if she does the pose.
But if you want to acknowledge the dynasty, you got to acknowledge my tribal queen. That's what I'm going to call her.
Masiofo.
Come on now, you might as well go put it out there, man. Listen, joining us, representing the Knowledge of Dynasty, CCN, we got Miss Wrestle Faith herself.
Hi.
What is going
Do
on,
the
girl?
pose.
Gotta do the pose.
Mm.
Gotta do the pose. Listen, thank you for the people that are joining in. Do us a quick favor. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff on your favorite podcast listening apps. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on TikTok, the Book of Faces, X, IG, all that good stuff, man. Pull up on us. Tell a friend to tell a friend that you told a friend. We inside the billion. That's a lot to be talking about, man. We had a lot go down over the past weekend. We had No Mercy. We also had, what else did we have? We had some tacos and tequila,
Some pop ups.
some pop ups. We have Victory Road. A lot of things happened this past weekend, man. But I think I'm talking too much. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Slide by it. We only got three really major ones, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't start the show off with those rumors and news. Got to get that about the way, right?
Right.
Word on the street. It's a lot of words on the street. First thing first, word on the street is that it looks like Paramount just got a lot more bigger. Paramount has now gained another asset of TKO to have all of their broadcasts coming there with the boxing. That's right. So Dana White and what's his name? Prince Alashiz. I don't want to mess up his last name, but they bought their boxing promotion over to Paramount. Now having two TKO companies on that brand. What does that mean for AEW? Whose um, current app is looking to sell. They're looking to be bought. Netflix is one person that offered to buy them. Paramount was the other. So my question is to you: is this a way to go ahead and strategically keep them out the game?
Yeah, it's about chess, not checkers. And a lot of people like to play 4D chess. If you think about some of these acquisitions, like look at some of the acquisitions that have happened over the years with bigger companies. Obviously, Disney being one of them, and Disney was one of the front runners that was in talks to buy WWE at one point. And we
Mm-hmm.
all remember how that went. Thing was, though, once Disney started acquiring ESPN, all these other major news networks, it was pretty much the infinity gauntlet. You see the power struggle starting to happen right before your very eyes. This is the Blizzard of the Activision Blizzard acquisition from Xbox all over again. Then when PlayStation acquired Blue Point Studio, it's always a power struggle to keep the competition down. That's the way it's going to be. You got Pepsi and you got Coke. Which side of the bottle are you sipping from? That remains to be seen, like fossils at a museum. The
Mm,
fact of the matter is that when we look at this, there's only two brakes like a student driver, okay? There's two brakes in the car like a student driver.
that's it.
My thing is, do you realize that doing this is like the number one company buying the number two company. And you can't do that in capitalism. There has to be competition. But when you're trying to put belt to ass on the competition, I think as smart as we all are,
Mm,
you know, and I know that freezing out AEW is WWE's main way of getting rid of them.
yep,
And WrestleFaith can attest to that because me and her had this conversation not too long ago. Me and Kiara had this conversation is that AEW is going to have to jump through numerous hoops just to stay afloat.
and you're not wrong. Let me get that. Let me get your opinion.
Um, I think AEW is done for, to be honest. I don't think they are going to find anyone that is interested, especially with the numbers I've been seeing them put out. I thought they had an Amazon deal on deck, but I guess that fell through. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I know they're still getting talent, they're still planning events, but you got to have that viewership to help pay for those things. So I don't know what's going to happen with them, but I don't see them lasting much longer.
I mean, it's unfortunate. Speaking of lasting, um, someone just celebrated a 1 year anniversary of their show, and just celebrated a birthday and got roasted. I'm talking about smoke, grill, roasted over the fire, campfire. We got main event John Watson in the house, man. Come on up, brother. What's going on, man?
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
So
Yeah.
I get so you said start part 2. All right, play that ether beat. Nah, just
So what we doing right now? So what we doing right now? Huh?
kidding. Nah, that ain't what we do.
Just walk into a Mike Tyson
No.
knockout. You know what I'm saying?
No, we
How
might
you-
have to do that.
How you doing, John?
I'm great, man. Great, man.
Good.
Great, man. Feeling good. It's a good day today. Good day today.
Yeah, your skin glowing, bro. Everything good over there?
I'm trying to fix the lighting. I'm saying, shout out to the ring lights, but
No,
life is good. Life is-
you've been winning in
life is
life. You've
life
been
is
winning
good.
in
Life is good. Had some good news. Had some real good news today. So
That's why your
Okay.
skin is glowing. Yeah.
real good news today. We're
Listening.
positive news. Family oriented. So being obviously as pertains to the little ones. So pertaining to the little ones. So everything's gonna be real copacetic and kosher. No drama.
Okay,
Always. I love
like
to hear that.
I like that, man. Speaking of drama, TNT, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and get back into these real quick rumors, man. I told you I'm running through this shit like diarrhea. Okay. Akira Shida was coming back to AEW with the visa related issues, so she'll be back real quick. Jericho is celebrating 35 years in wrestling, and there was a tease. So, what do you think? Is it locked in? Does he go back to WWE, or does he finish out his career in AEW?
Well, heck, we didn't see Andrade. We didn't see what Andrade did last night, so who knows? I have no predictions on this stuff anymore.
What you got over there, Wrestle Faith?
When it comes to Jericho, he always comes back to the WWE. Excuse me. So I can see him coming back, especially if he wants to be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, got that.
Okay, how you know?
I know them very well.
Okay, how you know?
I had to. I'm sorry.
Yes!
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You had no choice but to play that, man. After last night,
I thought. Listen, I knew that was coming.
you had no choice but to
Right
put
into
that.
that.
I knew that was coming, bro. Yeah, I mean Jericho at any given point could show up inside of a WWE ring, or he could continue his career with AEW. Like, it don't matter. At the end of the day, it's Jericho. He's gonna be goated regardless. Like, of course, we made our jokes on the show about Jericho a lot, but they all jokes, and he blocked us for it. Get out your feelings, Jericho. But with that being said, I mean, I think for me, right, we had Sting finish his career in AEW, the place he's never wrestled before, until he got the chance to sign there, and he had a great send off. Does WWE give Jericho that type of send off? We see what's going on with John Cena's retirement tour, right? So if we're looking at what's going on there, if you're Jericho, would you go back to AEW? Would you go back to WWE? Because looking at his retirement tour Cena on right now, if I'm Jericho, I'm cool. I'm gonna stay over here with Tony and get this extra money that he gonna throw me just for me being Chris Jericho. I could get the Hall of Fame induction sometime later down the road. Hell,
Right.
I ain't even got to be alive when they go in, but I know they're gonna put me in eventually.
You know damn well, if Chris Jericho goes back to WWE, The moment that he shakes Triple H's hand,
Not
taking his dap back. He taking his dap right back.
Not taking the doubt back, man. That I could see that happening too with a Jericho who's tapped in, right? But either way it goes with Jericho, no matter where he lands at, he's going to make an impact. Even if he finally shows up in TNA, which I don't see that ever happening, right? He had that one incident where, not incident, but this one time where he lent one of his songs to TNA for a TNA event, and that was about it. That was TNA. Oh yeah, that's right. If I say TNA, we got to hit run killings. Speaking of TNA, Carlos Silva was on a interview today, and he was talking about TNA and the potential that TNA can have to actually be sold.
You good over there, bro?
No, I mean my mic dropped right in my lap. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Hold on. You know what? That was a botch. And ladies and gentlemen, we know who did it.
Let me tell you something about Bill Goldberg.
Oh,
It was definitely
Billy.
I'm saying, Bill Goldberg.
These white men are dangerous.
It's always Bill.
These white men.
that's insane, man.
Very.
Oh no.
Very. No, I said it. No, but yeah, man. I mean that remains to be seen. But TNA could possibly be sold in 2026. They also have been said that they have a very strong conversation going with the potential potential network to land TNA on. So my question to y'all three: where does TNA land at in 2026 for their programming?
Peacock.
You got Peacock? Okay. What about you, Rest Faith?
I have to agree with John. Peacock.
All right. What you got, Cash?
Hulu.
Hulu.
That'd be interesting.
Oh. I see what you did there.
And be on ESPN, so be on the other Disney partner.
Thank you.
I see what you did there. I'm gonna say CW.
That was number 2. That was my number 2.
I think TNA ends up on the CW based off of the audience that they're gonna bring in.
I want TNA on anything except Destination America and Pop TV. Real ones know what I'm talking about.
Man, the struggle, man. I had to order a whole extra tier on my DirecTV just to get Destination America, bro.
Bro, nobody had Destination America. I didn't know what Destination America was.
Still
I thought it was a venue. Like that shit was crazy, bro. Shit was crazy.
Boy.
Kev said leave William H. Goldberg alone. No. No.
Why you have to say William H like that?
William H.
No.
Why you have to say William H?
Billy
We already know who William H is.
Billy Bob Goldberg, we can't leave you alone, man. I'm sorry.
Yo, what's going on?
William H. Cosby Goldberg, man.
What is going on, man? What's going on? Yo, what's going on to my classmate right here, man? Yo, shout out, brother. Good to see you. Let's talk about it, man. Also, rumors and news, man. Just finished it up with the last bit. I told y'all I was gonna be real quick. We do not have the capacity. We have the biggest thing, Andrade, right? We already mentioned it. You mentioned it. Hopping back ship to AEW. He becomes the first wrestler to leave WWE, go to AEW, go back to WWE, and go back to AEW. So, in other words, he's this generation's Jeff Jarrett. Because Jeff Jarrett did the same exact thing back inside the 90s with WWF and WCW at the time.
So, Did Andrade take his dap back? Because
oh no, he definitely took his dap back. He took that dap back real quick. But instead of them paying him over the 90 days like they do most people, they went ahead and just said, "Here, get your money up front. We don't want nothing to do with you. Matter of fact, don't worry about the 30, 60 days. Go do what you want to do. Get your money." And that's unusual for them to do. So that lets me know something had to be deep that had to been going on with these wellness violations, because we know it wasn't weed, because weed is legal in WWE.
Right.
It's a legal thing. So we don't know if it's steroids. We don't know if it's, other substances. I wasn't there, so allegedly.
Okay, how you know?
I know them very well.
Okay.
I love that damn thing.
Okay, how you know? I tell you how I know, because I'm reading the Fightful Select, which you can go ahead and subscribe for per month with the boys there at Fightful and Sean Ross Sapp. Yo, shout out to Steven Jensen too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Check your DM.
check your DM, Steven.
Let me see. So how do y'all think that pulled out for Andrade? Like, was it because of everything? Because you also got to look at the factors. His ex-wife worked on the same brand as him, so there's more that went on to it. Like, was this purposely what he was doing? Because it couldn't have been accidental if you kept getting caught.
I think
we'll go Cash first. I got my theory. Go Cash first.
I got my theory that he was promised something, and he was not. Basically, something was not honored. Now, before you play the "How do you know?" I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
Oh,
you're gonna get me. But I will say that I think CMLL played a part in it too, because of his loyalty to CMLL. And they probably wanted him in AAA, and he probably didn't want to be in AAA. So instead of asking for his release, he probably specifically did wellness violations so he could get released that way. Because if he asked for his release, they were just going to keep him backstage and pay him. Mm-hmm. So he wanted specifically out, so he just started smoking weed to get the fuck out.
I don't think it was weed though, because weed is not a banned substance on their wellness policy.
So you think he was doing coke?
And listen, I don't know what he was doing. Okay,
man was snorting some Colombian Bam Bam.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been booger sugar. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Like, not. And another thing is that this, right?
This Angel Dust Holmes.
I'm willing to bet he didn't want to be. I'm willing to bet he didn't want to be in a tag team with Rey Fenix, because Andrade never liked being in a tag team. And I'm sure that he probably wanted things to, because Triple H is in charge, he thought it would be how he was at NXT. They put him with Zelina. He would have his run, and things just weren't the same. So my thing is, it was the CMLL, Charlotte Flair, and his overall booking. Because I'm pretty sure that 7-match series with Carmelo Hayes, he thought he probably was in the line for a title run. And look who's the U.S. champion now. And you mean to tell me Andrade couldn't challenge for it?
Come on now. Talk about it. Yo, shout out to the homie Jade Knocker inside the comments.
Jade Knocker.
Yeah, man. Over there, Tacos and Tequila this past Saturday, bro. Shout out to him.
Big J, good to see you.
I think
the top.
I think he said for the SummerSlam chair giveaway, man. Yo, tell your people to get inside the comments. If y'all want this chair, I'm trying to give it away. For the people that say that they want it, tap on that link, get on side that this episode on YouTube. Let's give away this chair. Let's move on from all this rumors and news, man. Let's go ahead and get to the nitty gritty. Let's go ahead and talk about this No Mercy real quick. So, No Mercy.
Good show.
That I literally, because of us being at Tacos and Tequila,
it was better than WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
WrestlePalooza was a crock of shit.
It was definitely better. And let's talk about some of let's talk about some of the shocks and surprises. Obviously, the big one being Obafemi losing to Ricky Saints and losing the NXT Championship. No one saw this coming, right? No one saw this coming.
I kind of did.
I rooted for it, but I didn't believe it, so I saw it.
I'm gonna tell you why I saw it coming, because I thought that with Sami Zayn's Open US Challenge, I would have wanted Oba to win and then relinquish the NXT title. But if putting over somebody on the way out is how they want to do it, this is the way they do it. I'm telling you right now, Obafemi is going to answer Sami Zayn's Open Challenge at like maybe Crown Jewel Perth or something, but it's going to be on a big stage where everyone can see him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you, Oba is about to be the new U.S. champion.
Saturday night's main event.
Cool. And if not that, then I got Carmelo Hayes.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think Oba should be the one to close out John Cena. Now, you mentioned far as putting someone over on the way out. Kevin Owens didn't do it. When Kevin Owens got called up, he came up. He beat John Cena for that U.S. title, and then he relinquished that NXT championship.
No, he didn't.
He didn't?
Finn Balor.
I'm about to remember that shit.
Yeah, I knew that motherfucker jumped off. There was like a ladder, wasn't it? It was like some. Yeah, no. Finn Balor took that shit. Everybody, the only person who got a send off that didn't fucking lose was Asuka. Everybody else took an L on their way out.
You're right, and it's even crazier because you look at it now with this NXT versus TNA Showdown, because we can't say the I word, and which for good reasons. When you look at the date and everything, when you put all that together, it makes sense. But when you look at Showdown, did you see Obafemi anywhere involved? Was he even there?
No. MIA.
He was MIA. As a matter of fact, he was supposed to go up against Trick Williams this past Tuesday.
Yeah, that was going to be the winner take all match was going to be at Showdown. Him and then, but now they pivoted and put Trick on Team NXT.
Yeah, so there's a lot. There's a lot going on. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, WrestleFaith?
I'm kind of like Dallas. I was hoping. Well, first off, I wasn't expecting Oba to drop that title to Ricky at all. I didn't see that coming. But now that he has, I would like to see him show up on SmackDown and challenge Sami, and maybe even take the title off Sami. I mean, Sami's been coming out every week having some really great matches. He just had a banger of a match with Javon. It would be interesting to see how Sami can deal with Oba's style of wrestling, because that man is just straight powerful. At the same time, I wouldn't mind seeing Oba on Raw either. Because maybe I might not get the dream match, but maybe I could get a stare down between him and Roman.
A nice stare down. They never hurt nobody. I'm not mad at that. I like that. Okay. God damn it, I like the way you do business. Shout out to Victor Sweet.
Sweet.
John, your thoughts, and then we're gonna go to Mr. Cass, because I know his time is very limited.
All right, so when me and Faith was watching the match together with the watch along, so I mean, Oba was dominating. He was being Oba, but Ricky Saints had his spots in there. And I just say, when he hit them 2 tornado DDTs at the end, I was like, and it just didn't sink into me until I seen him raise the belt. Like, this dude just beat Oba. And then for Oba, because like you said, Jay, it was originally at Showdown, it was going to be Trick and Oba, winner takes all, running it back from when the invasion happened. So now you make Ricky Saints win, and then you pivot to Trick Williams now being on Team NXT because Santino can't trust Trick Williams because his name is Trick. It's funny, but can't trust the Trick. Can't trust the Trick.
Hold on. I'm sorry. You said Santino Marella. Speaking of Santino Marella, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Okay? Tomorrow morning, Humble Roses. Dallas Cash got an exclusive with Santino Marella. Tune in. What's that time again? Dallas, let them know. What's that? 10 what?
We're going to be 9:30 in the morning to 10:30 live on Restream on the YouTube. And there's going to be an off-camera conversation between me and Santino Marella. So there will be something else following right behind that.
Over invited?
We'll just leave it at that.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. I'm happy for Ricky Saints getting the dub, and I think I would just see when is Oba, where's Oba, what Oba does next. But shout out to Saints.
Shout out to him. Okay. Another thing that definitely did before we move on. Let's get on to Dallas's reaction to all of that.
I was happy. I thought that the best way to introduce Ricky Saints is to have him have a big win. And who better to have him go over than the biggest dog in your company? Now Ricky Saints finally feels like a big deal. The aura that he had when he was lost in the shuffle for the NXT North American title, I feel like that's back. And the way he was when he came into the company is the way he is now because he's treated like a big deal. He's legitimately treated like a big deal because he beat the biggest dog. I don't think Oba should challenge for a rematch because you got John Cena over there, and John Cena needs to be showcased against Oba Femi. And if you're going to showcase Oba Femi against John Cena for his final retirement tour, I think that Oba needs to be John Cena's final match. Because if you're going to pass the torch, you're going to pass the torch to a dominant monster. And I'll even go so far as to say I would be okay if Oba Femi dominated Brock Lesnar at next year's WrestleMania.
That part.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oba needs to go through a gauntlet where he runs Rusev, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, and then Brock Lesnar needs to be the final boss, and he needs to beat them all in convincing fashion. Not no 3 to 4 match series. It's no. That match goes 10 to 15 minutes. Brock gets his hits in, but Oba dominates. Oba needs to break the Royal Rumble record as well to showcase that he's ready for a monster like Brock Lesnar. And there needs to be instead of like how they had with Undertaker, like a beat the streak, they should have a beat the beast challenge where at WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar is awaiting a mystery opponent because he's the ultimate conqueror. So then Oba Femi should walk out and Oba Femi should beat the shit out of Brock Lesnar. That's how you make a star. That is how you make a star one-on-one. Have a challenge. Make it like how Randy Orton did. We all wanted to see who Randy Orton was going to challenge or be challenged by. And Joe Hendry showed up. That's a WrestleMania moment. Wrestling is no longer defined by matches. It's defined by moments.
It's all about moments.
When you think of WrestleMania 13, what's the one moment you remember? Austin bloodied in the sharpshooter from Bret Hart. The match was incredible. Pretty much you could say it's the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. I wouldn't. But you could put it up there. So every WrestleMania had a memorable moment.
I'll give you that.
Minus and WrestleMania 41's memorable moment, besides Paul Heyman aligning with Seth Rollins, was the entire women's triple threat match.
Yep.
Because again, the women have to carry the fucking company. Again, how many times are y'all going to treat these WWE women's wrestlers like it's the fucking WNBA? Will you pay them? Will you give them the main event? They ain't asking for too much. You can give it to washed up part timers. You can give, and I'm not calling CM Punk a washed up part timer. I'm just saying you can give it to part timers like The Rock. You can give it to all these other people. But come on now.
Come on, man. Listen, you ain't lying, especially when you say part timers. I mean, Ronda Rousey got the main event, and we'll leave it
Please
at
do not
that.
get me started on Ronda Rousey. There are some things that I will say about Ronda Rousey that will
Don't do,
literally get me thrown off this show.
don't do it. Please don't do it.
No
One of
sense.
us is in, and we all go through it. Like, I don't need that.
They
don't,
know, they know, they know.
don't do that. Yeah, and another memorable moment, though. I mean, looking at No Mercy, Javon Evans, Mr. Bouncy himself, going over Briggs, but you also had from No Mercy someone getting their get back finally, Jordan Grace, which I thought that was a good match between her and Blake Monroe. Is it just me, or it feel like she's kind of dimming out as far as like her her aura, right? When she first appeared on NXT, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, Blake Monroe," blah 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 blah. Now we're here. Was it 90 days later or 4 months later? It just feels, It's like, yeah, she's just another part of the roster. I don't know. She got lost in the shuffle, lost in the sauce, but it doesn't scream tune in every Tuesday to watch this person. I think she was one of those people that were better left in AEW
No,
because of the
mm-mm,
market.
mm-mm. Because I gotta disagree. Because um, Blake Monroe, I think if they would have just kept her as Mariah May, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Mm.
I think what it is,
Okay.
I think what, and I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's
No,
just
no,
my
no. It's a pay. Go ahead.
because here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. Let's take you back to the, and I'm not comparing, but let's just 2016 Royal Rumble. And let's say the entrant for number 3 is AJ Styles, but he comes out with a different name, like let's just say AJ Wilson or AJ Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Does he still have the lore of AJ Styles even though the name is changed?
No,
Or because of the name being changed, does it take away the stigma of what that person was?
I'll give you even a better example. Adam Copeland, Edge, Edge and I mean WWE's Edge, AEW's Adam Copeland. The
Perfect
or,
example.
the aura is not the same. Like the
Jeff
name,
Cobb. Jeff Cobb.
There you
JC
go.
Mateo.
There you go.
Jeff Cobb.
Jacy Mateo.
But I think what it is we got to get people to warm up to Blake. And because if her name would have been Mariah Monroe, that would have worked.
Oh yeah,
That would have worked. But I don't think the name makes that much of a difference. It's how they are booked and how they're starting off. For example, another example without a name change, Stephanie Vakir. Had she
Mm.
not started in NXT, she wouldn't be where she is now. If she'd have been on the main roster, she'd be in the Julia section.
damn.
It's,
What's wrong with Julia?
Just
think
straight.
about it. Julia, with all her aura that she had when she walked into NXT, was untouchable. But when you put her, and I told you, I said, out of Stephanie and Julia, Stephanie is going to be the bigger star because I won't say she's more marketable, but in a way, she's made her move set and her whole entire presentation marketable. She has the most generic theme song, but when she walks out there, you feel something different. With Julia, they gave her a way better theme song. She had a way better entrance, but it just didn't feel the same because they just thrusted her into the title picture. Whereas Stephanie, she worked her way up. You can't just get by just based on your. You got to bring something to the table. And I think with Blake, he's bringing something different, which people got to warm up to it. That's it.
Okay. I'll give you that. Any thoughts from the panel?
Yeah, I watched Mariah May a lot when she was in AEW. She was dope, and I still think she is dope. And I think like yeah, if she did come in as Mariah May, I think obviously the buzz will still be carrying over from her feud with Tony Storm in AEW. But I think you give her time, and now that she's done with Jordan Grace, she's done with Jordan Grace. I think now she can go ahead and be this devil that that we're seeing her portray to be. But I think with everything going on with the TNA NXT war right now, that also kind of played a part with her getting lost in the shuffle because yeah, she's a big name, but she wasn't. Look at who's on the team. Who's on team NXT,
Mm.
and but I think she's one of those who can stand in the spotlight by herself. Once they get all this shuffled out, you put her in that spotlight where she's in the main event picture. I guarantee she's going to thrive because she's going to be one hell of a heel. We know her heel work is impeccable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she wanted to be a WWE. That's what she really wanted to do.
Yes, she spoke her dream into existence. Go watch her YouTube blog. The girl was at NXT shows selling T-shirts and stuff, and like look where she and now look at it. Look at her now.
No, she
I would
came
like to
around.
see her. I would like to see her roaming around NXT, causing a whole bunch of mischief.
Oh,
I think that's what she could do right now. Mess with the women in the women's division, but I also think she has her eye on Jacy. I'm hoping. I'm
Listen,
hoping.
man.
She does.
oh,
Blake
definitely.
Blake Monroe is who Mandy Rose thought she was.
Yep. Facts.
Ooh. Hold on. Say that again.
Blake Monroe is who Mandy Rose thought she was.
Mm,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
mm.
You can have that one. I'll give you that. Um, yeah, yeah, I'll give you that. I can see the comparisons, and you're right. You're right. I will give you that. I can't even argue that, bro. Moving on from that, let's talk about real quick this match: Jacy Jayne, Lola Vice.
Okay, I got a problem with this shit.
Speak on it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, what are we doing? Lola Vice is like the LA Knight of NXT.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, she's always looked strong, chasing for the championship, and then she just
Fizzles.
always loses or comes up short. And I don't understand why. Like, she clearly has the look, she clearly has the ability, she can fight in real life. Why are we not pushing her in the same realm that you would have pushed a Ronda Rousey or a Sonya Deville in?
Mm,
I don't understand where the disconnect is. The problem is that when we look at Lola Vice, I think what it is she seems like a safe contender, but not a safe champion. If that's
Mm,
a better way of putting it, because her work in AAA has brought notice to everything,
yeah.
and with that, I think that if they let her run rampant in AAA, she might just become like over. She might overlap a lot of the people, but making her NXT champion, obviously with Jasmine Nix leaving, that puts Jacy Jayne and Fallon Henley in a tough spot. So now Lola Vice is probably not going to be women's champion until probably Stand and Deliver. I'm pretty sure they're giving Lola a big moment then, but there's also Jordan Grace. There's also Jada Parker. There's also Blake Monroe. There is a
all
lot
roster
of
go through.
there's a lot of so now if you're not going to pull the trigger on Lola, let her go dominate or be great somewhere else like AAA, or I wouldn't even call her up to the main roster
No, no,
because
no.
there's no point. She's just going to get lost in the shuffle. My biggest issue is I've always wanted to see Lola Vice be unleashed the way that they had. They needed their female MMA fighter hybrid, and they couldn't get it with Ronda Rousey because she punches like an epileptic. And
Well, damn.
That's wild.
I'm just going to keep it completely honest. I was really happy when Derek Lewis knocked out Travis Brown and then called out Ronda Rousey because he was like, "Where Ronda Rousey's fine ass at?" She throws punches like a mannequin having a seizure in a straitjacket.
Hey, yo.
She would break her own leg trying to counter a wrist lock like she was like Enzo Amore on drugs. And the fact of the matter is that
How you doing?
Ronda Rousey got knocked out by an actual kickboxer and an actual boxer both times,
Yo.
and she was calling herself the baddest woman on the planet. Her jaw was split in two multiple times. She got her ass beat so bad that when she finally regained consciousness, she stood in line like a kid pulled out of elementary school for talking in the water fountain line. And they were like, "Hey, the fight's over." Ronda Rousey is absolutely abysmal in the ring. A terrible wrestler. She makes Eva Marie look like Daniel Bryan, and Eva Marie was trained by Daniel Bryan. Ronda
No,
Rousey, Ronda,
no.
Ronda Rousey shit all over the business, and she was a terrible example for women's wrestling. She didn't deserve the main event. The only thing that she deserved was to be publicly annihilated and humiliated by any woman on the roster during the opening ceremony of WrestleMania. She is the worst women's wrestler to ever main event a WrestleMania. She is the worst women's wrestler ever to step foot in the WWE. And that's putting it lightly because at least with Eva Marie, she was trying. Ronda Rousey was attempting and she still sucked. Sasha Banks, Mercedes Monet deserves at least 8 more belts for carrying Ronda Rousey to a passable match. Nia Jax, even in Nia Jax's worst moment, got a decent match out of Ronda Rousey, and Nia had to carry Ronda Rousey because she got carried by everybody. She was the worst example of what the result of women's wrestling is. Ronda Rousey should never be allowed within a WWE ring unless she is buying a ticket to ringside to watch the women who were millions of times better than her actually do the job that she completely sucked at.
Damn, that God.
If you were to compare Ronda Rousey to anything, the equivalent of Ronda Rousey being good at wrestling is equivalent to power washing a sewage drainage pipe after it was stuck in Chad, Africa
Enough.
during a festival where everybody had running diarrhea. She is absolutely abysmal. She is completely terrible at her job. She was completely exposed as a fighter. She didn't deserve to be in the same conversation as Floyd Mayweather. I remember they tried to make that a conversation that happened. She was abysmal, terrible. She was a balloon of bile. And does not ever deserve to be let back into professional wrestling. She blatantly sucked. She couldn't wrestle. Becky Lynch couldn't get a decent segment out of her. She cut a promo like someone held a gun to her head and was attempting to make an epileptic with Down syndrome talk through a script that sounded like somebody wrote the shit on a typewriter upside down and read it to her with braille going across her fucking head. Then she couldn't even conjure up a single thought that had any single possible speck of intelligence added to it. She needed to shut that gaping tartar encrusted shit receptacle that she called a mouth. She was a pus filled cis to the colon of society, and she just basically needed to stop. If I ever heard Ronda Rousey cut a promo again, I would shove a nuclear TV antenna so far down her throat, she'd be shitting Blues Clues characters for a week. This is not somebody we needed in the wrestling business. She was absolutely terrible. She was pathetic. She sucked. She was bad for business. She should not have been paid anything. They should have sent her ass to. She wasn't even good enough for NXT. Booked Ronda Rousey for Monday Night Nitro in 2001
Oh,
at a Sin pay-per-view because
God.
she would have stunk up the joint so bad. You would have thought she would have stunk up the joint so bad. You would have thought a porta potty from India had made its way to the ring. And the worst part about that is every time that I watch Ronda Rousey attempt to wrestle, it's equivalent to somebody who is blatantly mentally challenged trying to cut out of a potato sack with a butter knife and two pairs of scissors with the blades missing. No.
Oh my gosh.
Dallas Cash had time today.
Okay. Dallas got time.
And
Real
I gotta
quick,
go.
Dallas.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have ended like that.
And you need a role model, or a hug or something.
You know who her role model should have been? The unemployment line. Because clearly, she didn't have what it took to be a WWE wrestler. And I'm sad that we have the one drop rule, and she's the benefit of that. You ain't part of the black community. You definitely ain't. I don't care if your grandfather was black. That shit went somewhere else. Ronda Rousey. I'll never put down a wrestler, but I put Ronda Rousey in the same bracket that I put Just Incredible in. So there's that.
Yo, what's going on, Lovely? What's going on?
Lovely man.
Hey, shout out to Lovely. Look, Lovely.
Happy birthday again.
You can get a Lovely could get a 5-star match. You can get a 5-star match out of Lovely. She'll get you a 5-star match. Ronda Rousey, no.
Oh my. Oh my.
It'd be a 10-star match if it was Tommy Pickles.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay, all right, man.
All I'm gonna say is Ronda would have never made it past the shoot yourself division because it would have been just blatantly fucking like I don't know. If we put on another WrestleMania pay-per-view and she main events night one, North Korea should bomb us. They should. We've completely lost the plot. The game's gone.
Okay, how you know?
I know them very well.
Okay. You knew that shit was coming, bro.
Damn. This
You knew it was coming.
All right, I'm out, y'all. I love y'all.
Hey, Dallas is out after that rant that he went on about Ronda Rousey. Jesus. Remind me, hey Siri, remind me to never mention Ronda Rousey with Dallas in the show.
This shit gotta stop.
This shit gotta stop, man. It gotta stop. Yo, shout out to all the people that are inside the comments. Shout out to all that slid through. Yes. Yo, shout out to the generals, man. Shout out to Black Wrestling Podcast in the building, man. I cannot express it enough. The needle movers over there, man. The culture.
Yes.
Definitely got to give a shout out to my brother. Make sure you are checking in with the homies Remain. He is, of course, on Tuesdays with Gresh. He also has Susuyo Sports on Wednesdays. Yes. Catch him as well on Black Wrestling Podcast with his pen work. You know, shout out to Sloan, Sushio Boys, Sushio Gaming. They're everywhere too. But I told y'all that we were going to be doing a giveaway. So I am going to be giving away this SummerSlam chair from 2024. And that is the one that took place right here in Cleveland. That's the one that got Tungaloa, Tonga, and I want to say Solo and Jacob on the front. So that is the one that I'm giving away right here. So we will be giving that away here tonight. I only got one left. That's all I got. We're giving it away. That's it. That's all. Listen, I want to give a big shout out DJ Ashton Martin, who is going to be pulling up on Barozas next week. The following week, he'll be back here on Marcel Mikes. We also got an exclusive interview dropping with him from Tacos and Tequila. We'll be dropping that this week. Quick little 5-minute insert, but he'll be back on the show the following week right after Humble Roses, man. Damn, Ronda Rousey kind of threw everything off. Don't say her name 3 times, Dallas will pop up. With that being said, let's go ahead and just move along from NXT No Mercy. Let's talk about the crazy thing that happened on TNA
Mm-hmm.
Kalani Jordan is the TNA Knockouts champion.
Insane.
How did we get here? Nobody's supposed to be here.
She didn't take the bus.
She didn't take the bus,
And
but
she clearly didn't give a.
no. So obviously, this is a knee-jerk reaction for what happened with Masha Slamovich, her situation. They had to pull her. Then you had Ash by Elegance dropping the title as well. So they were really thrown into a situation of, okay, we got to put the title on somebody. And they chose Kalani Jordan. Here's my thing. Tasha Steelz was right there.
Mm.
Tasha Steelz was right there. You could have really did something in that moment. Made it different because now we look at this TNA versus NXT showdown. We can't say the I word. Why is Kalani Jordan, aka Maya, why is Maya holding the TNA Knockout Championship?
I don't know, but her and Jordan Grace been going at it on Twitter the last couple hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have.
Jordan Grace was right there. There's another person you could have picked. Like you, but me personally, if I'm gonna put the knockouts, Andy Hartwell was right there. Andy Hartwell was the special guest referee for the match who counted the 1, 2, 3, and that's how we ended up with, of course, Kalani Jordan, aka Maya, being the champion. You know what? I'm going back to calling her Maya because I ain't never seen Maya and Kalani Jordan in the same place at the same time. That's
Um,
Maya. Fuck that.
if Carmelo Hayes is engaged to Maya, I am so a hater.
No, that's genuine, bro.
Ah!
That's genuine. So let me talk to you real quick, Wrestle Faith. So when you see this, this is the headline match here, Knockout Championship, Kalani Jordan and the Hartwell. Does this match do anything to you on paper?
Um, a little bit. A
Oh,
little bit. If my theory about Kalani in the showdown Survivor Series style match is right, then yes. That's the only way it'll work for me. Because you have Indy Hartwell, who I believe is a face right now, baby face, correct?
Yes, yes, correct.
You got Kalani. What would be a greater way to make that match even better is if you had a heel facing Indy Hartwell. Well, how do you
mm,
get there with Kalani?
I think
You
we're
have
seeing it on social media. I think that's why she's going at Jordan Grace. She called her Jordan. She basically called her a mascot, and,
hmm
and Jordan Grace called her a plant,
not
an
a
industry plant. I
plan.
was, I was like, no.
but
Well,
you have Kalani turn on the NXT team, have her go over to TNA. It all makes sense to me why they chose Kalani because Ash by Elegance, aka Dana Brooke, brought her in.
mm,
That's that protege angle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense to me that they picked her, especially if Dana Brooke, Ash by Elegance, had any say so on who she wanted to recommend. But if you don't have Kalani turn against NXT, then that match with her and Indy is just like, nah, I think it's time to turn Kalani.
yeah, but even turning her, bro, I just don't see heel like out of her. Like she's so sweet, she's so bubbly. Shout out to her. She from the city. Shout out to Boynton Beach 561, all that Palm Beach County. But I just
But
don't see heel on her.
that's why you do it. And I think she could do it good.
She
I
said she was
think
trained by the wrestling gods. She got it in there. She's
it's
studying the
in
book of
there.
Naomi. She's studying the book of Naomi right now. She's reading the book of Naomi right now. So
You got it in there
it's
as
in
well.
there.
But keep going though.
She
Yeah.
got it. She got it in her, not in that way, but
Hey, yo.
she's I know that her and Naomi have spent time together talking. I know she bouncing ideas off of Carmelo because he is very
Hey,
good
yo.
at it.
Yeah,
Carmelo, so-
bouncing ideas off Carmelo too. Man,
Yes,
two for two.
Carmelo. That's why she got. That's why he put a ring on it.
Hey, you got to put a ring on it. Why not? So
Exactly.
my whole thing is right. I like your theory, but I don't know. Like if she does turn on Team TNA, which I'm cool with, right? Because we need some spice, we need some sazon, we need some pepper, some paprika on this thing. Because other than that, my biggest fear going into this is that they were going to put Tessa Blanchard and Alicia Fox on
That was.
Team TNA. That
I
was
think
my
and that's what
biggest fear.
Trail said. And Trail said that yesterday last night, JT. He said that's probably why they went with Lonnie because they can't put Tessa Blanchard on TV.
Not right now. I mean, I think eventually, right? What's
Right.
going to end up happening is they're going to try to hit you with the neuralizer effect from Men in Black, make you forget.
Ain't nobody.
And the thing is, like, we've seen them try to hit you with the neuralizer before with other people that's done the same thing, right? You know, we've seen that happen. There were so many interesting picks that you could have put inside that position for the TNA Knockout Championship. Like I said, Tasha Steele was there. You could have shocked the world and put it on just about anybody on that roster. Zaya Brookside is there, like Ying Le Yi. You could have put it on her. There's too many people. Matter of fact, Kalani Jordan beat her
That's
in
what
order
she
to
beat.
win.
That's
To
what she
win
beat.
it, why are we not putting it on? Why are we not putting on the person who had a dominant win streak when she first came to TNA? I think she's only three L's in singles matches. Like, I get it. You're trying to sell this event, but goddamn, like all the titles and all the titles from TNA on NXT stars. Like at Showdown, you got the tag team championships being defended, the Hardys versus Dark State. How you think that's gonna turn out? You think the Hardys walking out with both belts, or you think Dark State gonna
Hardys
walk
is
out?
dropping.
I said it last night. I think the Hardys are.
Nope.
I said last night. I think the Hardys are. Unless, or like our brothers from the PT Jobber said, this might end up in a no contest
I don't
because obviously we all know that we already said last night, Jay and Faith, you don't need belts on the Hardys in a Team 3D match.
No.
That match sells itself just off people like us who grew up watching them as kids and as teenagers. You don't need them. You don't need the belts in that match. But we go back to that when they had the negotiation. They had to bring up the Hardys being the 15-time tag team champs, the Dudleys being 25-time tag team champs. So it wouldn't shock me if they they did that, if they basically like, look, Dark State, hand them things over to the judges.
And
I got that feeling. I just got that feeling. Hope I'm wrong.
But hold on.
Talk to me.
They have been, since the beginning of this whole Dark State thing, they have been building them like this generation's Shield in a way. They are meant to be dominating. They are meant to be unchallenged, unchecked. How great would it be? Two of them already have tag titles. If you really want to build them to be this dominating force in NXT, or even if they go to the main roster as Dark State, you have them beat the Hardy Boys. Then that opens them up to face a plethora of tag teams. You can have Dark State against the Lucha Bros if and whenever they get together. You can have Dark State against New Day. You can have Dark State against the Usos.
There's a lot of ways you can go with that.
Mm-hmm. If you are building them up to be who you are portraying them to be, I say you have them take the titles off the Hardy Boys.
That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it because honestly, like you said, John, and like you saying, Faith, you don't need the titles to sell the match. The match has already been sold just off the legacy between the two teams, right? Legacy is on the own time high. We know who the Hardys are. We know who Team 3D are. Right now, we're trying to make Dark State. And how do you make Dark State? You have them go with legends, right? I mean, hell, Baron Corbin went over Kurt Angle in his retirement match. Nobody was happy about that shit.
That was
But
crazy.
did it? But did it make Baron Corbin the talk of the city? Did it make him the talk of the town? Was he involved in more storylines, even though sometimes you didn't want to see bum ass Corbin?
Mm-hmm.
But it got him there. It gave him the push, and I think this is what Dark State needs. Because other than that, Dark State's gonna need something monumental to really put him up there as a stable. And what's more monumental than beating the legendary Hardy Boys for the TNA Championship? But the flip side of that coin is you do that, now all your main titles are on NXT. All your main titles. All of them. The only thing that's not on there is the X Division and the International Championship. And even that's even up for grabs for Bound for Glory because you also got the bouncy man himself. Pause. You got Javon Evans going up against Leon Slater.
That match is gonna steal the night.
Did
That
you
match is gonna
see the
steal the
tag
night.
team match on
That's
Tuesday?
There's not a roof. There's not a roof that high in Lowell, Massachusetts that's gonna hold how high these dudes jump.
No, it's like looking in the mirror, right? With these two. But for me, if you wanted to add a third or a fourth to this match, give me Myron Reed and give me Trey Miguel.
Oh my God.
You talk about bouncy?
Mm-hmm.
Man, everybody jumping out the gym on that one, man.
They got that freak. They gonna be a lot of freaking flyer miles in Massachusetts that night.
Man, who you telling? But overall, if you had to grade NXT No Mercy, what you giving it, Faith?
I'm gonna give it a B.
Okay.
B plus. I give it a B plus. It was better than WrestlePalooza. So.
What about you, John? What you got, man?
I get an A- because I think it was pretty entertaining. Javon was entertaining. Obviously, the one slight was obviously Logan losing, but now we know how that all went down and how they're playing that into what's going on with Fatal Influence. It was just I give it an A-, close to A- B. It was good. It's a good setup into Showdown, then Halloween Havoc, and other news going on with TNA and Bound for Glory.
Those are interesting comments you just said, John. Very interesting. Especially when it came to the Lola JC match where a masked individual, if you will, interfered in the match.
Yep.
And I told you it was Laney.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was too.
You figured it was Laney?
I think it was only obvious, but you would think clearly she wants to still play the angle that she's not clear, but clearly you're not her. You got the same doctors as Drew McIntyre, so you know what I'm saying? Drew McIntyre's got the same doctor. She's got the same foot specialist. They got the same foot specialist.
I'm gonna have to pull some receipts. I see.
Yeah,
but it was crazy to see. I was like, let's just wait and see. I knew we all knew where it was going. And when she tossed her the black piece, I was like, ooh. The crowd reaction said it for itself.
Damn, so did. Yo, shout out to Trail Sports for You. Also, one part of Best in the World podcast that went on earlier today. Make sure y'all go check out the episode. Pardon the replay. Pardon the replay on YouTube for sure. Listen, if I'm grading No Mercy, I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a solid B. because it definitely made up for that C show of WrestlePalooza. And C is being very nice. Very nice. Moving on from that, of course, we talked about it a little bit earlier. We had a few title changes from TNA over the past weekend. I mean, past Friday was it Justice? I'm almost calling Vic Justice, but TNA
Victory Road.
Victory Road. You had TNA Victory Road. You had Steve Macklin dropped the title to Frankie Kazarian, which I pretty much predicted that one.
Right.
I thought that Mr. Anderson was going to be primarily the reason. I was kind of wrong on that one.
Yeah.
Of course, we talked about Kalani Jordan getting the title. Of course, Leon Slater main eventing. Check that out. X Division Championship. Main eventing, retaining. If I had to grade that one, it's still better than WrestlePalooza. I'm giving it a B plus.
Well, I think we all three of us could be in a triple threat match and would have been better than WrestlePalooza.
Yeah,
That part.
That's a B plus for sure. Now we could talk about what's coming up, or we could talk about what happened. Monday Night Raw, Rusev losing to Dirty Dom. He is his daddy's son. I keep telling you, that is Dirty Dominic Guerrero. Stop calling that man Mysterio, okay? Other than the 619, that's the only thing that's Mysterio about this man. That is Eddie's son. I don't care what y'all say.
That was the only way he was going to beat Rusev, because there was no way he was pulling off with no help. He had to go deep in the Eddie bag to get that one.
What would Papa do? So he pulls the Eddie move. The referee sees it like, come on, nigga, like I just seen you. I just seen you. And it's kind of reminiscent to, Eddie on SmackDown when Charles Robinson would catch him in the act. It's like, no, I didn't. And then Eddie hits a low blow. Fast forward 2025, Dominic Mysterio. So I'm very surprised. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but it does kind of suck for Rusev, who just packed up Sheamus, to lose to a Dominic Mysterio. Nothing against Dominic, but you got Rusev on this, who needed the redemption story. He gets the redemption story, and less than a week later, here we are with the L, which makes zero sense. How did we get here?
Dom's just on fire, man. I tease Nessa about it all the time with Dom. But the dude's on fire. Did you not see what happened in Mexico over the weekend? I mean, the dude's just on fire right now.
He is. He's one of those people that it's kind of hard to deny him. I mean, he's over in Mexico, right?
Yep.
And that's kind of hard to turn down. I mean, that's like the El Grande Americano and his offsprings, who I found out have names now. What are we doing with that? Like, I understand if you're looking from the luchador perspective, like, and with that going on, that happens a lot when you have spawns of people, like you have a whole family, right? But no one saw this shit coming. Nobody wanted 3 Americano people dressed up the same way. Nobody wanted that. But the irony of it is, all of them are European underneath the mask.
I think when it's all said and done, we're going to see, and I think this all plays into whenever Gunther comes back. Somehow, they all going to do an unveiling, and we're going to get the new Imperium, and we're going to officially get the rebirth of Imperium.
You think so?
I was thinking about today, like, we all believe that the new Catch Republic are the Los Americanos. We already know Kaiser is Grande Americano. Now, sorry, Gable, it's a wrap. We get back. Just go back to the lab. Gunther's coming back soon. And obviously, maybe he sees El Grande Americano as someone who keeps the max sacred, and then people start buzzing out like, why would he say that? And because I think El Grande Americano is going to turn on Dom eventually, because that gold, too much gold. He can't have too much gold around that waist and in the Judgment Day.
El Grande Americano takes the title off of Dom.
That's what we said. That we literally said that. Me and Joe was talking about that last night.
Which one? Which title?
IC.
You think the IC?
I think the IC.
I don't.
You think the Mega?
I think it's gonna be the Mega.
Ooh, boy, that would be insane.
Because
he's over in Mexico, so I can see it though.
That's the thing. He's just as over in Mexico as Dom.
Right.
And I see Finn taking the IC title off of Dom.
Yeah, okay. We're on the same. I'm with y'all now.
I see that.
I see the road y'all went down now.
See, Faith, we here, Faith.
I see the road y'all went down now. Now I'm on the right freeway. I'm on the right freeway. Got on the wrong interstate for a minute.
I like that. Okay, so I like that idea. You know, one thing I did not like from Raw, an idea.
What up though?
I did not like the fact of the Usos.
Man,
having the Usos and having them running back with the Bronze a week later after WrestlePalooza, as if we don't remember what just happened at WrestlePalooza, right? Now we're stuck getting a repeat, which is okay because this is only the second time. But then again, we've had this feud going on for three months. I mean, not 3 months, 2 months almost. Roman showing up at the end, gassing up Jay. Jimmy just looking in the background like, oh, that's what it is.
That's what he looking like. That's what we doing. Like, really, we finna do this again?
So, what does this lead for Jay, for Roman, for Jimmy? Because we've already seen Jimmy turn on Jay. We've already seen Jay turn on Jimmy. We've already seen Jay and Jimmy turn on Roman. What's next inside this book of the bloodline? Like, what's really next?
Tribal Chief Jay Uso
versus who?
But that's not what it's about right now. Okay. Just roll with me here for a second.
Okay, I'm gonna roll with you. Go ahead. You got it.
Guys, go ahead.
Yeah, I do believe Tribal Chief Jay is coming, but not in the sense that Roman was Tribal Chief. And I'll explain that in a minute. I want to start with Jimmy first. And I was talking about this earlier on Best in the World. This story, what's happening right now, and for a long while, actually, has been all about Jimmy. The story right now is about Jimmy. If you go back, Jimmy's agenda, and at first I was like everybody else, this Jay's story. Okay, this chapter was Roman's, then we went into Jay's, and Jay's chapter lasted a very long time. And now it's about Jay and Roman now. Roman's actually getting the right-hand man. No, it's not. Jimmy's agenda has never changed. Since he came back from injury, all the way back to the Thunderdome era, he's been about one thing. And he said it to Roman after he kicked Roman in the face at Night of Champions. He said one line that explains all of this. He said, it's embedded in me to protect my brothers. He tried to get Solo. Solo didn't want to hear it. He rejected him many times. And then Solo said, I got my own new brothers. So Solo got his own family now, right?
Right.
Then, if you go back to SummerSlam, the SmackDown after SummerSlam, what did Jimmy say his reason was for, even though it was a bunch of craziness with that, what did Jimmy say his reason was for pulling Jay out the ring? He said, I didn't do it to stump on your shine. He said, I didn't
want you to be Roman Reigns.
He didn't want him to become Roman. He didn't want him corrupted by gold. And he said, I'm afraid I'm going to lose you. all of that is now happening right now.
Right
I
now.
look, anybody that's ever seen any of ATV's content, heard us on
They
Twitter,
break that shit down.
y'all know I stand 20 toes down for some Jey Uso.
Yeah.
But that ain't Jey Uso. That ain't the right hand man. That ain't the former world heavyweight champion. That ain't even tag team Jey. I wouldn't trust this Jey as far as I can throw him. And Roman need to watch himself. But this story right now is about Jimmy. Here's where I think it's going, JT. Jimmy will fall in line, so to speak, because it's gonna take someone that he's trusting right now to turn on him for him to be like, now I see what my brother talking about. And it has to be LA Knight.
Yeah.
It has to be LA Knight, right?
Yeah.
Then what will happen is we will see Roman tell Jey, hey, while I'm here, be my right hand man. While I'm gone, you wear the Ula Fala and you be tribal chief too. Telling people you gotta read more into it. Roman's shirt right now, JT, everybody think his name is OTC. It's not. If you look at all his merch, that O is not a O. It's Roman's symbol. What is Tribal Chief 1? Jey, I bet you anything he comes out with a shirt soon with the palm tree shaped in a J with TC2. And Jimmy will be right-hand man. So, when Roman's on Raw, Jey's right-hand man, Jimmy's enforcer. When Roman ain't on Raw, Jey's Tribal Chief 2, Jimmy's the right-hand man. And I bet you a certain werewolf will end up over there. This story is also all about family. Don't trust nobody else no more. He said it at WrestleMania 40. I trusted too much. Now it's all about family. And the last thing I'll say, look at the family outside of WWE who is waiting to come in. Look at Zilla. Look at Lance. They've been wearing that family above all t-shirt and hoodie quite a bit in their social media. So that's where I think it's going with the bloodline for right now.
Listen, you broke that down, girl. Okay.
Thank you.
You broke that down. And I like the way you did that. I really did. Like you tying in everything from Thunderdome to now the way you are bringing in the shirt, the hoodies, like that is some ingenious shit. I love it. But we all have to really ask something when you say all this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how you know?
I know them very well.
This is funny, man. Every time I could play
No, I'm joking. Listen, that's the go-to on the show. That's the go. Listen, my bad, Faith. I'm listening.
No, I love when y'all do that.
I apologize for my outburst, man. I like what you did there. Let's talk about this past Friday. Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax. First of all,
someone got some explaining to do.
Two of my babies, my loves, in my mind, we've been talking. Nia Jax, Jade Cargill. Jade get busted open the hard way.
Hey, yo.
I'm talking about busted to the white meat. White meat was showing. Okay. Yes, when that white meat showing, it's serious. Okay. Mm-hmm. She put a post up there. Don't ever question my love for this game. Right? Now we go back to SmackDown and the infamous botch. Who is that on? Is it on Tiffany? Is it on the ref? Or
it's the ref.
Is it on Nia?
Now,
It's the rest.
I'm thinking the ref, but now I'm reading that they said that Tiffy came in late on that drop kick spot. But even if that's the case, because she was going to win anyway, Daphne should have just did the pin and the match would have ended early. But then Nia, because then I was like, okay, so then why didn't Nia put her shoulders up? And I was like, oh, everything just came out bad. I know y'all saw what Booker T said about the match. He was brutally honest about it.
Yeah,
So
sometimes you gotta let niggas know.
Yeah, I don't let them know. But yeah, I think when I first seen it, I think it was on that with Shine first. What, Candace? She basically, if Tiffany was gonna win anyway, and she came in late off that drop kick spot, just go ahead and do the pin, and then obviously to get the 3, and then Nia puts her shoulders out, like playing it off like you didn't. I kicked out, but it was just it just looked bad, and because you seen it from just right there. Because it wasn't even a hidden angle; it was directly right in our faces.
Mm-hmm.
That was as bad as I'm gonna tell you, as bad as it was. Remember when AEW first launched and you had the Dark Order coming there, and they were throwing those punches to Dustin Rhodes, and you can clearly see that the punches weren't touching nothing. That was that bad. Like, if I had to rank those moments, those are neck and neck. And it sucks because Boo was involved, Nia Jax, Tiffany's involved, and then my favorite referee is involved, Daphne. So all around the board, I'm like, God damn, like, this is a bad moment, and it's live and it's in 4K. And it's on the hard cam.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right there.
So it was bad seeing it, but the outcome of the match, Tiffy still with the championship. She's only had 5 or 6 opponents, really 5 when you think about it. She's defended the title against the same people numerous times. This, in your opinion, is this title run memorable at all as of now?
I'm gonna say yes and no, and let me explain. You said she had like 5 opponents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, ain't Nia been like 3 of them 5?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tiffy's time, that time fizzled out a long time ago. And the fact that she is the longest reigning champion in the company right now, I can't wrap my head around that at all. At all. That whole match, honestly, whether it was Ref Bay's fault, whether it was Nia's, whether it was Tiffany being late, it was all of that coming together that caused all of that craziness, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what stood out to that was Jade. After Jade got busted open and she backdropped Nia onto them stairs and got up and was like, "It's my time," all up in the camera. I'm like, yo, that's boss. That's boss what she did. However, right now, the women's division on SmackDown, and I could say on Raw too, but I'm trying to see what Bayley's doing. On SmackDown, it's missing Bianca. It is sorely, and that's the only time you're gonna hear me say it. It's missing old guilty Bianca to be over there. And honestly, I would like to see Rhea over there. Like, who is gonna take who? Who gonna take this title off of Tiffy? Obviously, they're not gonna put it on Jade. They're not gonna put it on Nia. Are they gonna give it to Michin? B-Fab? Who do they have right now that really y'all think is viable to take the title off of Tiffy? What her record's 16-0, 17-0 now?
16-0, I think.
16-0, longest reigning champion in the company. Who has the shine to take that off of her right now on the SmackDown women's
Nobody.
division? Nobody.
The closest I would say would be Chelsea.
Chelsea, you know what? You're right. I'll give you that. The only reason I'm saying I'm gonna give you that because Chelsea Green don't even need a title, and she's more over than Tiffy right now.
Yep.
If Piper hadn't have got hurt, I think Piper could have done it if they freed her from the Secret Service.
You know, speaking of Piper, man, we don't even know if Piper gonna be back.
Prayers.
I know.
Yo,
Prayers for
prayers up for Dewdrop, man.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never gonna forgive Vince for that one. Dewdrop.
That was, my goodness.
Dewdrop. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like the SmackDown, the women's division in the whole, right? Like we said it earlier, we say it every show. The women's division is carrying WWE, but at the same time, you have so many women that you could put into this position that they get overshined because you are sticking with your safe bets, right? Your safe bets being your Rheas, your Eos, your Biancas, who's your Charlottes, right? Your safe bets. You got Alexa back. That's another safe bet. Your Becky Lynch's. That's another safe bet. You know what I'm saying? These are your safe people. Here's the thing. You have to have that shock factor to create something that is new. I bought this up yesterday when I was on Black Wrestling Podcast. No, not yesterday, Thursday. I bought this up Black Wrestling Podcast when I was on their space. I was talking about the shock factor. Anyone remember Leon Ruff from NXT?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ref Bay's husband.
That's Ref Bay's husband, right? Remember when Leon Ruff won the NXT North American Championship?
Yes, I did. Beat Johnny Gargano.
Was that not the most shocking thing ever?
Crazy.
Did that not propel him?
It did. Called him out. Did an open challenge. It was an open challenge. He just told him, like, come out here and challenge. And Johnny was giving him that work. Then all of a sudden, magic happened.
But did that not propel Leon Ruff?
Yes, it did.
Okay, I'll give you another shock factor. Dolph Ziggler. Cash-in.
Yep.
Del Rio.
Yep.
You need more shock factors with these titles. And another thing, I don't need 120 days with the title. I don't need 365. I don't need 2-year title reigns. I think we've all got accustomed to it because of the tribal chief having that 5-year reign. You don't need that going forward. We don't have a Ric Flair. We don't have a John Cena. We don't have a Randy Orton, a Triple H, if they're having these very long title reigns. Okay? We don't have the 13-time, the 14-time, the 15-time, 16-time, 17-time champion. We don't need long title reigns. I mean, back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, you tuned in to wrestling on a weekday because there was a possibility of one of those mid-card or even the main championship changing hands. I think right now people are so accustomed to long title reigns. And for the people that have been watching this for a long time, it's boring. It's boring the hell out of the OG fan base because we don't need long title reigns, right? Like even in boxing, even when you go to boxing, some of those title reigns don't be long unless your name is Floyd or Deontay. I mean, not Deontay. I'm sorry. Unless your name is Floyd, unless your name is Canelo or any of the Bud Crawford, like that makes sense. This is wrestling, okay? It's not rocket science. We don't need long title reigns because when you do stuff like this, you don't produce any new stars, and that's why they're in the position that they're in right now. Where right now, even with the women's division, your only stars, main stars, are the people that have been on the cover of the 2K franchise. Becky,
Bianca, Rhea.
Yep.
Rio is a safe insert, but
Yep.
other than that, that's your whole entire division over over 30 to 40 women on the roster. You mean to tell me you ain't got 36 other women you can put in that position?
They do. They just don't see the value in them. If you ask me, why couldn't Lash come to SmackDown?
Lash could have came to SmackDown.
Jada.
Jada Parker could have came to Monday Night Raw. Like, there's room for these women, right? But they're not capitalizing on these women. And I hate to use the word capitalize in women in the same sentence because that doesn't sound right.
Right. I get what you're saying.
But they need to more so hone in on what they have. Because if you're not going to hone in on what you have, you're going to have more people leaving than staying. Right?
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, Ami Chen should have held the United States Women's Championship. Ami Chen should have had more looks at the Women's World Championship, the WWE Women's Championship. If you don't put her into position, she'll never be believable as a contender.
True.
So I'm sorry if I'm going off on the tangent, but that's where I'm at with it.
You know what I'm wondering, JT?
What's up?
And Don?
What's up?
Am I too naive to think and want and wish and pray for Tiffy to get her soul snatched? Am I too crazy?
No, because
No.
I mean anything's possible.
Anything is possible. You know what? I'm with getting my soul snatched at any time. I'm definitely down for Soul Ruka to snatch Tiffy's soul, but listen, more power to you.
And look, we don't know what that conversation her and Zarya had on Tuesday night. They just said, she said, we need to talk. And they went outside and talked, but they never came back.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see him to the summit.
That part. Speaking of parts, let's go ahead and talk about AEW's 6-year anniversary. We mentioned it earlier. Andrade becomes Jeff Jarrett in 2025 by being with WWE, leaving WWE, going to AEW, leaving AEW, going back to WWE, and then leaving WWE and going back to AEW. Don Callis is the one producing this, pulling the strings. So for me, Don Callis, this is just turning into too much, right? This is like NWOB.
Yes, I was going there. This jumping the shark. Like everyone got to go in. You and the family. You and the family. You and the family. It's like the family. It's like the family reunion. Family reunions happen once every year, not every Wednesday night.
They are deep. Like they are Bullet Club deep. Like this. How many members is that inside the Don Callis family? Like
remember State Property too? Remember State Property too? How Dame Dash had all his different crews, and I remember he had Dipset here. He had Kanye's crew here. He had the crew over in the UK. He had MLP. It seemed like he was like, F up, put them all in these different parts of the world. Let's just all just jump them up together and see how it works.
And that's exactly what they did, man. I mean, look how deep this is. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 M's in my bank account. Like that. And then you got Kyle Fletcher like in the middle holding the TNT championship. Like you got all those bodies. Let's just keep it a buck. A lot of y'all not gonna touch gold. A lot of y'all not gonna touch gold. So some of y'all are the flunkies.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is someone on that crew is basically the Gross sisters from the Proud family. Y'all they're just to bully some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all they're basically just to either take the L, take the pen, or beat some shit up. That's it. And it's a pretty big family. But Don Callis Andrade is, first of all, shocking. Do you like this alignment? I mean, I know it's only been one day, right? But why are we aligning Andrade with Don Callis? I'm pretty sure the story will unfold. But does he need to be in line with Don Callis in order to get TV time? Is that what it is? Someone talk to me.
I don't know. I mean, when I saw it happen, I was like, really? I was like, dang. I mean, clearly we talked about it earlier. He didn't have a no. He didn't have a 90-day because obviously with all the wellness violations, they were just like, you know what? Get out our building. We don't need you around.
Out of there, man. They packed him up.
Like, be gone. But seeing him go back to Callis is like seeing with Callis, and they got all these dudes from Kyle Fletcher to Okada to Takeshita. I was like, he could easily get lost in the shuffle just being around there.
Josh Alexander.
When he was what are they doing with Josh Alexander? That's another. Josh Alexander would have been better off in NXT or staying in TNA. What are they doing with Josh Alexander? He's the walking weapon. What are they doing with Josh Alexander and the Don Callis family? He could easily go reunite with Roosh and they can reform La Facción and Gobernable. What are we talking about? Because him and Roosh and Sami Zayn are the ROH tag team champions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put them there. Reform La Facción and Gobernable and then boom. But him being a soldier for Don Callis, it ain't the look. He's debonair, nice suit and all that, trying to be Mr. Well-spoken. If you don't even understand what he's saying, no. What you gonna be? What you gonna be? Be the 10th man on the bench for?
Look, I think Dallas said it earlier, or it could have been you, JT. Andrade didn't even like being in a tag team, so
why is he in this big ass faction?
Right.
Like, what we doing? What you doing? It's almost like Andrade. You got WWE as the daddy, you got AEW as a mama, and he going in between them, playing them both towards the middle.
Yeah, he's in a super custody battle.
Let's put Andrade on the pole match. No, but
like if you want a championship, you want respect. You don't want to be tied up here. You don't want to be tied up there. But you come out as a member, the 10th member at that, of this so-called family that's supposed to be a faction, which that don't even make sense by definition. Because that ain't a faction at this point. Y'all got a hold. Y'all can go play football. Y'all can play basketball at this point. Andrade in this, I don't understand it. You would think he would debut as a singles competitor and go after a title.
Psych. But I tell you what else they debuted. They debuted the what was his name? They debuted El Clone, who is the clone of Hologram. So they debuted him last night, and it was so obvious that when he came out dressed as Hologram, it wasn't him. So we get the debut of that, but I think that falls flat because once again, I thought the whole purpose of this whole El Clone showing up was for them to have their whole Spider-Man meme moment where they look at each other and point like, this is supposed to be Sin Cara versus Sin Cara El Negro. And we ain't even getting that because one of them hurt. Mm-hmm. So I think for me, personally, I would have held off on bringing El Clone in until Hologram was clear. Now, if Hologram is out for a extended period of time, listen, I understand that. But I would have had him wrestle as Hologram until Hologram got better. And then when Hologram came back, that's when you do the whole angle. That's just me. That's just my opinion. Speaking of tag teams, we mentioned that AEW Women's Tag Team Championships were announced last week. Mercedes Moné was in the back. They're talking about her finding a tag team partner. Harley shows up with the puppet.
Protect her at all times, please.
Please do. I think, honestly, if Mercedes looking for that 10th belt, it may be there in the tag team division. Because I don't think Tony Khan puts himself in a position where she holds not only the AEW TBS championship, but the AEW Women's Championship. I just don't see that. Obviously, she's not winning the ROH Women's Championship. So 10 belt Monet may end up with the AEW Women's Championship, which I think is going to be crowned at Blood and Guts, if I'm not mistaken,
Mm.
which is happening before Survivor Series War Games match. Gotta like the way people playing chess, man. They playing chess right now. But speaking of AEW, the very first episode, you remember what the card looked like for that?
Which card? Which
Go
card?
ahead. The very first episode of Dynamite.
Damn, so long ago. No, I don't.
I got you. Don't even worry about it.
Oh
MJF
wow,
MJF Brandon Cutler.
wow.
You
Sammy
had
versus Cody.
Sammy
Hangman,
versus Cody.
Hangman versus Pac. You had
The
Santana. You had on the what was that? What was on the original Jericho faction with him, Santana, Jake Hager, or what? The Inner Circle. I mean,
The Inner Circle.
versus the Elite, Riho versus Nyla Rose, and then what? Moxley appeared.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, their first show is the place where John Cena's having his last match. The irony.
The irony, bro.
Irony. It's crazy, right?
But 6 years ago, people were saying this wouldn't last. We're here now 6 years later. If you look at the numbers, it don't look too good. Also, if you look at the fact that HBO, Time Warner, is basically up for sale, it don't look too good. But I'm gonna tell you this: if you would have told me AEW would be here 6 years later, back then,
Right.
I didn't think so. Looking at them now, they're doing everything that they need to do to stay afloat because they are starting to find their identity now. And their identity before was basically doing everything that the other company did
Right.
or taking jabs at the other company. Now their identity is we're going to set our own our own presence, but at the same time, we don't even have to acknowledge the other company, but it don't hurt to throw a jab. Like they're really finding their footing with, and I don't mind saying this. I said it before. If you're looking for great storytelling, watch WWE.
Uh-huh.
If you're looking for great wrestling,
Oh yeah.
just graps, that's AEW. I'm sorry.
We talked about that.
WWE has some of the best wrestlers, but AEW has some of the best wrestlers in the world. And you can't deny that. It's just they don't have the platform. And it's not their fault because the other company had a 50-year head start.
True.
So, it's not hard to try to compare the
Uh-oh. I think your mic went out, JT.
wrestling is wrestling. Ready?
Very little, but we can hear you.
How about now?
There you go.
Yes.
Wrestling is wrestling.
Wrestling is wrestling.
Congratulations to AEW for 6 years. Honestly, I think AEW they can see 10 years. If they project these way to go off and those units get up and ready stuff, they can see 10 years. Will AEW ever crack a million views again in TNT or TBS? I'm gonna be honest with you because even at the heights they had they had all those red factors and dangers. Even when they had all
Your bike's gone, JT, I think.
how about now?
There you go.
There we go.
What is going on with my mic? I gotta do all this. There we go. Pause.
Hey, yo.
I'm just trying to get my mic to work. Sometimes you got to rub the head.
They got pills
I
for
thought,
that.
But no, man. AEW definitely. I mean, they've come a long way. Even right now, like even with this news that came out with the crossover with DC and AEW,
Yeah, I saw that.
like they're doing comics. WWE ain't in no comics with Marvel right now. Like
watch
this is
them do it
this is
though.
big. But yeah, just because they did it, they gonna
Mm-hmm.
try to do it. Why? Because it's Disney. And where is the PLEs at? On ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Marvel at? On Disney. Who own ESPN? Disney. So I could see it happening, doing a whole Mr. Me Too type of thing. But what if John Cena what if John Cena shows up on AEW uh, dressed as Peacemaker?
Nah, that'd be funny.
What?
That'd be funny.
Wow. Would that be a slap in the face? Like, damn.
Well, I mean, hell, I mean, it's on HBO Max, and that's where that's AEW's partner. One of AEW's partners.
You better pray they keep that partner. Otherwise, we gonna be watching AEW on Tubi.
Man, I don't even think they can get that deal right now.
They can't get too because
Oh no,
that's
'cause-
evolved. That's evolved.
yep.
That's
That's
evolved
involved.
territory.
I told you what they cornered the market, and I think honestly they knew about the potential sale of HBO Max Time Warner. They knew about that, and when they found out about it, they said, "Let's go corner the market,"
Mm,
because even with Time Warner with Discovery pulling out, pause when Discovery pulled out from the deal with them, that was the writing on the wall.
Yep.
Now you just got Time Warner, HBO, and Warner Brothers, right? If Netflix buys that, you can't pivot over there to there. If Paramount buys it, you can't go there. If Disney buys it,
can't do that either.
you know what I'm saying? So they cornered the market, but I think that Tony Khan is resourceful. So maybe he starts his own app. Maybe he does the AEW network. Like I wouldn't mind that. But
That would be smart.
AEW is not dying anytime
No,
soon. Only because number one, we kind of need AEW. Not kind of, we need them because
yeah,
AEW forced WWE to step up their shit. Let's
agreed.
just keep it a buck.
Agreed.
Before AEW came into the play, WWE was booty cheeks,
They was
scrape
content. They was
ass.
content. They was content.
Okay, we talking straight Rikishi ass.
Oh,
Okay, big. Listen, you know I love
Ain't lying.
Rikishi.
Ain't lying.
You know I love Rikishi. The other week I made some statements and I pulled up to my job and there was about five Samoans outside of the gas station and they just looked at me and they started doing the dance and shit and I had
no.
to go back inside. I had to go back inside and act like I was buying something else. I'm not gonna lie to you, motherfuckers pulled up deep. Yeah, we watched the show.
JT, I
I,
know you.
okay, I, I pulled up to his sheets, and the motherfuckers was deep.
I know you just didn't say they started doing the Siva towel. No.
I said, "Oh shit, let me go back in. Hey, real quick, how much? Put 10 on pump 5 real quick. Sir, you're not even parked there. I don't care. Just put 10 on pump 5." Like, but no, WWE was ass, bro. It
Uh,
was. It was straight booty cheeks, and AEW is the reason why we have what we have. This AEW is the reason why we have a Javon Evans in NXT. AEW is the reason why we have a Ricky Saints as the NXT champion, Ethan Page as the North American champion. It's the reason why we have a Blake Monroe. It's the reason why we have a Cody Rhodes. Because let's keep it a buck, Cody would not be as over as he is if he did not go the AEW route. So we got to give credit where AEW is due. We wouldn't have CM Punk back in WWE if it wasn't for AEW fumbling the bag.
Pretty
Okay,
much.
you, AEW.
So
Thank
let's celebrate AEW. Let's
Yeah,
stop all the hate.
you.
absolutely.
Okay, AEW has made wrestling great again, and that's my 2 cents on it. Real quick, chair giveaway. So I am looking at the chair giveaway, and I am going through the comments real quick, getting ready to give away this chair. I did say we will be giving away this chair before we wrap up the show tonight, so we are. So the chair giveaway SummerSlam that goes to going to the comments. Who's still in here rocking with me? Who rocking with? Yo, what's up? We got Circle of Debate. Shout out to the
What
homies
up,
up there,
Circle of
man.
Debate?
Shout out to them. Big
We
Circle
need,
of Debate.
we need
Yo,
drum roll.
drum roll, please. Let me. Do we have that sound effect on here somewhere? I don't know. Oh, we do.
There,
There we go. And the winner of the SummerSlam 2024 chair goes to
Oh,
okay, lovely Laveau.
lovely
you know
LeVeau.
she gonna love that. She gonna love that. She
Yeah, all right. So lovely. I will send you a DM, and we'll go ahead and work out where to ship this off to. With that being said, before we wrap up, let's go ahead and plug our shits real quick. So let's go ahead and get the plug in. Ladies first, you know how we do on this show.
ladies first.
Yeah, shout out to Queen Latifah.
Yeah, my love.
For real. So you can find Wrestle Faith on Twitter at Erica Phillips 79. You can also see me on October 11th on my show Talking Tea at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. This episode, I wanted to wait to do it later after I had some more episodes under my belt, but I couldn't. It is a topic I am really, really excited about, and it features the gorgeous, the melanated, the chocolate men of CCN, JT, John, Trail, Dallas, Kev, JB, which I have not had the pleasure of being on a show with JB,
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, brother.
Oh my God, you in for a treat.
but y'all don't miss it. Come and show these gorgeous men some love as we talk about men's mental and emotional health, them being dads, them being husbands, them just being them. Ladies, I challenge you, pull up October 11th, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Acknowledge the Dynasty YouTube channel. Pull up and show them some love. They deserve it all day.
Man, we appreciate that, Faith, man. We definitely
Yeah,
do.
you got brother feeling like Don King. Only got feeling like Don King. Only in America. Ah, that's right, only in America.
All right.
And then lastly, follow me and the rest of my podcast sisters at on Twitter, Acknowledge the Dynasty, ATD Pod 23. And then, like I said, go to the YouTube, subscribe so you don't miss out. We just debuted a new show, The Room. It was good. You
Shout out
missed
to
it.
the room.
Don't miss it again.
Come on in the room. Shout out to ATD. John, let's go ahead and plug your shit, bro. What you got coming up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, main event John Watson. Of course, at John Watson 0984 X, Instagram, and TikTok. Of course, you can find me every Monday, Tribal War Zone, and every Wednesday for Sports Free Wrestling with my brother, the OTC, the next birthday boy on deck, my man Trail. Of course, you can find us Monday on Tribal War Zone with us two, the Fab Four, Messa, JoJo as well. Obviously, you can find that on the Sports View Wrestling's YouTube and the Culture Clash YouTube channels as well. So subscribe. And you can also find me every Tuesday and Friday on the Sports for You podcast with myself, my partners, Mark and Nick Freeze, at Sports for You podcast on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok, at S for You Wrestling on X, Instagram, and TikTok. And we're live every Tuesday and Friday at 7 o'clock. You can catch Sports for You Wrestling every Wednesday at 7:05. And of course, you can catch Tribal Warzone 15 minutes before Monday Night Raw. All three of those in the Pacific time zone. So check us out. We doing especially during football season, pick season. Come pull up, have some fun, and also be on the lookout for our new show on Sunday Night Lights, where we will be doing a select Sunday night football watch along. Myself and Mark, we just did Cowboys Packers, and stay tuned for the next announcement of our next Sunday Night Lights stream watch along.
Man, both y'all got a lot of things coming up. I mean, I can't say too much. I'll tell you what I will say though. I want to definitely before I get out of here. I told myself that I cannot let my day go without doing this live on the live. So I want to go ahead and throw out a special happy birthday to the homie Dom of Powerbomb Jitsu.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dom. Saw that.
Man, Dom, I called Dom early. I said, happy birthday, old nigga. Like I said it like that, and he was like, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I feel old because I'm starting to feel it in my back. You know what's crazy? When we was at Tacos and Tequila on Saturday, bro, I caught myself holding my back as I walked out, and I looked around to see if I was the only one. Every
Crazy.
single person was doing the Fred Sanford, holding their back, holding their chest. And I didn't feel alone. I felt like I was seen. I felt like I was acknowledged. And I am going to acknowledge my old ass homie, Dom. So shout out to Dom, man. Wishing you really a really good birthday. Wishing you many more. And as I told you on the phone earlier today, listen, I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope you meet you a random young lady, and I hope you get chewed up tonight. Like I'm just gonna be honest. Get chewed up, and when I say chewed up, get your mind out the gutter. But is there any other meaning for chewed up? I don't know.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
all right. Sorry about that. The old me came out, but but, but no, no. Shout out to the homie, man. Shout out to Dom, man. Enjoy your birthday. Have fun. Spend time with the family. Love life. Love live. And with that being said, yo, check us out. We got a couple interviews dropping from when we were at Tacos and Tequila. We got a nice 5-minute interview dropping between everyone on the crew here, minus Jess, who wasn't able to join us in Cleveland, but we all get the chance to chop it up with DJ Ashton Martin. Shout out to DJ Ashton Martin, who's going to be coming on the Humber Roses next week. And then the following week, he'll be pulling back up to Marcia Mites for a full length interview. But I just want to say happy birthday to the homies. Anyone that's celebrating the birthday, happy birthday, Lovely, who just celebrated her birthday. Hezekiah Lil John, got to give a shout out. Moni, who had a birthday not too long ago. So shout out to the October birthday. Shout out to my
Yeah, Mike.
7th. Shout out to my sister who's gonna be turning the 3-5 on October 7th. But with that being said, shout out to the winner, Lovely, for the SummerSlam chair.
Yes,
And
yes.
with that being said, y'all have a good one. We love y'all. Shout out to the people who pulled up on IG. Boss Lady After Dark. Listen, I am gonna holler at you. Be on the lookout for the DM. Real talk. Uh, with that being said, y'all be easy. And like I said, we got to do our closing remarks. So too much negativity can have you unbalanced mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Spread more positive vibes. Okay, it takes very little to build someone up than it does to tear them down. Think about the logic inside that message. It could be given a compliment. You can go ahead and hold the door for somebody, let them inside the line. early. If you got a basket full of shit and they got 2 items, let them go ahead and get in front of you. Let them over in traffic. Or you can go to watermaneuver.net, go ahead and get that positive vibes apparel. You ain't got to get it for you. Get it for your homie. Get it for your sister, your brother, that tank top, that hoodie, that V-neck. Can be a positive affirmation that life does go on and things can get better. Okay. Also, listen, it is National Breast Cancer Month. Make sure you definitely donate to the Susan G. Komen if you want to donate there, or make sure you donate to a breast cancer awareness foundation. Okay, you want to do that. Also, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Make sure you definitely donate to that. If you know someone in trouble, give them the hotline. Be an ally and not a hindrance. Do not keep them there. Don't be an enabler. Okay. And with that being said, for the people going on in Cincinnati for tacos and tequila, y'all be safe out there. Go ahead and look forward to the acts such as Lil Jon, Bow Wow, Soldier Boy, Pretty Ricky. You know what I'm saying? Mike Jones, Paul Wall. That's just to name a few. But with that being said, y'all be safe, y'all be easy, and we love y'all with our whole heart, not just part. And with that being said, y'all be easy. Love y'all. What the kids in the street say? Deuces. Bye.
Deuces, ooses.
Deuces, deuces. We can do that. All right. So yeah, we up out of here. Y'all be safe. And we'll go ahead and let y'all see some pictures on the way out.